Have you ever wanted to sit on a sheet of ice, freezing your butt off for hours just hoping to get a bite from a fish? If your answer is no, then you're probably a normal human being. If your answer is yes, then you would probably really enjoy ice fishing. But before you buy a fishing pole and head out to the lake, you should know what ice fishing is, what equipment you need to go ice fishing, locations to go ice fishing, and the best ice fishing strategies. First of all, what is ice fishing? Ice fishing is a popular winter sport in which you cut a hole in the ice on top of a frozen lake, pond, or river and attempt to catch fish. Ice fishing is very similar to open water fishing, as in both cases your goal is the same, to catch fish. But the added element of ice over the water means that different strategies and equipment are needed to achieve that same goal, and results in a completely different experience. Okay, so you have decided that you want to go ice fishing, and you may be wondering, what do I need in order to start fishing? To answer that question, I have compiled a list of ice fishing equipment from essentials to just some things that are nice to have. Number 1, a fishing license. This one is pretty obvious, but for those who did not know, in order to catch and keep fish, you need to buy a fishing license from your state's wildlife agency. Number 2, an ice cutting tool. The most important piece of ice fishing equipment is your ice cutting tool. This is because you have to cut a hole in the ice before you can even start fishing. Ice cutting tools include ice chisels, ice saws, and ice augers, with augers being the most popular. Ice augers can be gas-powered, electric, or manually powered, and act as a drill in order to cut a perfectly round hole in the ice. Number 3, an ice fishing rod and reel. After you make a hole in the ice, your rod and reel are the tools that you are going to use to catch fish. Ice fishing rod and reels are made to be compact, ultra-sensitive, and resilient in cold weather. They are made to be comfortable and convenient to fish through small holes and in ice fishing shelters. Ice fishing rods often come with a reel full of line, so you don't have to worry about buying both. Number 4, lure/bait. In order to catch fish, you need to have some kind of lure in order to entice the fish to bite. Ice fishing lures are characterized by their small profile and vertical action, as cold-blooded fish often eat smaller, easier meals in the winter, and anglers are forced to fish vertically because they cannot move a lure horizontally in a small ice hole. Popular ice fishing lures include small tungsten jigs, various types of spoons, lipless crankbaits, and glide baits. By adding live bait such as minnows, spikes, waxworms, or power bait to these lures, you can greatly increase the amount of bites you get from fish. Number 5, warm clothes. Warm clothes are essential when going ice fishing, as being on the ice can suck a lot of heat out of you. Waterproof clothes can also be a huge advantage for staying warm, as they block cold water from getting to you. For clothes, I would recommend wearing a base layer of long underwear and wool socks, a middle layer of a sweatshirt and sweatpants, and an outer layer of a winter coat, snow pants, stocking cap, waterproof gloves, and waterproof boots. Number 6, ice shelter/heater. One thing that is absolutely necessary if you want to do any fishing in really cold weather is an ice shelter. The purpose of an ice shelter is to protect you from the elements like wind, snow, and the cold while you're fishing. They are often insulated, and if you use a portable heater inside, they become very warm and cozy. Number 7, a fish finder. A fish finder is a sonar device that emits sound waves from a transducer into the water and interprets the returning echoes as fish, structure, or bottom in a body of water. These devices allow you to see what is going on under the water in real time. While not absolutely necessary to fishing, they will definitely help you catch more fish, as you can actually see the fish bite your bait. Now that you have the equipment you need to go ice fishing, you're probably wondering, where do I go to start fishing? And to that I would say, look online. The best place to look for bodies of water to fish is your state's wildlife agency's website. On there you can find public water bodies, fishing reports, stocking schedules, and public water accesses. Another way is to use mapping tools like Google Maps, talk to bait shop employees, or use apps like FishBrain. Now that you have chosen a body of water to fish in, you're going to want to find a spot on that lake to start fishing. During the winter, fish congregate in deep water near structure like rocks, logs, and plants. In these areas, the water temperature remains stable and oxygen levels are higher. This allows fish to conserve more energy and survive in cold waters. When choosing a spot to start fishing, look for deep water structure on a map or a fish finder. If you can't find any structure, focus on variations in the depth of the lake, such as points, humps, and drop-offs. But before you ever step onto a frozen lake, make sure that the ice is safe. Generally, 4 inches of ice is safe to walk on, but always remember, no ice is ever truly safe, and ice conditions can change rapidly. Now that you have chosen a spot, you've drilled a hole, and you've dropped your bait down, you might be wondering, how do I get the fish to bite? To answer that, I would say that the most popular way to catch fish through the ice is by vertically jigging with a jig, spoon, or other lure. Depending on the size of the fish you are targeting, you will want to change the size of your lure, such as using a small lure for a small fish. If you don't want to sit and jig forever, you can also just let the bait sit still, which is called dead sticking. Dead sticks often use a minnow and a hook, as the minnow will create its own movement. In order to know when you get a bite on a dead stick, you can use a bobber or a flag as an indicator. In conclusion, I hope this video gave you an understanding of the basics of ice fishing and motivated you to want to try it out yourself. If you are interested in learning how to ice fish, there is much more you can learn from other channels here on YouTube. See you out there.